نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Peace and salutations be upon Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Respected viewers, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We continue our wonderful series on supplications from the Quran. Today we look at a special supplication that is found in the Quran. Before we go into this supplication of the Quran, let's ask ourselves the question. Every one of us are living in this world. Every one of us have to leave this world. The question is, what mark do you want to leave on the world post your demise? How do you want to be remembered? Do you want to be remembered in a positive way? Do you want to leave behind a good legacy? That is something every person needs to focus on and everybody needs to think about. And that brings us to today's supplication, the dua to leave behind a good legacy. This can be found in verse number 84 of Surah Al-Shu'ara, which is chapter number 26 of the Holy Quran. And what is this supplication? وَاجْعَلْ لِي لِسَانَ صِدْقٍ فِي الْآخِرِينَ وَاجْعَلْ لِي لِسَانَ صِدْقٍ فِي الْآخِرِينَ. O Allah, make for me a good mention in the latter generations that are to come in this world. This supplication of the Quran was actually the dua of the great Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. He made this dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, oh Allah, leave for me a good mention in the latter generations. And here we find ourselves thousands of years later. We commemorate Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. We acknowledge him as being the Khalilullah, the friend of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. And in fact, he is regarded as one of the great prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by other faiths as well. So that was the barakah of this dua that he made. وَاجْعَلْ لِي لِسَانَ صِدْقٍ فِي الْآخِرِينَ. Oh Allah, make for me a good mention in the latter generations. And again, together with this supplication, we also got to make sure that we're making some sort of effort towards that. You can't be leading a bad life in this world in terms of vice and in terms of all evil, and then be expecting to be remembered in the most fondest of ways by those that succeed you in this world. By the same token, you can't live your life having the worst of character, treating people in the most terrible way, and expect to be remembered in the most fond way after you leave this world. But however, if you're a good person and you are a person of good character, sound character, and you treat people with love and you treat people with respect, with kindness, with compassion, you are going to be that type of individual where people will literally feel that void once you leave this world. So we need to make this dua, and at the same time we need to make an effort to treat people in the best possible way, and Allah will give us a good mention. We think about so many amazing people from our family circle, from our friendships, in our communities. There's so many great people that we fondly remember years after they have left this world. Why? Because they were good individuals. But at the same time, let us make it a habit of utilizing this supplication as frequently as possible. وَاجْعَلْ لِي لِسَانَ صِدْقٍ فِي الْآخِرِينَ. Oh Allah, make for me a good mention in the latter generations. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the understanding. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.